Over 1,000 emergency responders answered the call on 9/11. WVM's Lex Juarez spoke with two of them who rushed to the Pentagon to lend a helping hand.
A beam of light shooting up from the Pentagon illuminates the sky every September 11th. It's a symbol that draws near to American hearts, causing us to stop and reflect. But for some, simply seeing the building is enough to take them back 20 years.
Never forget.
Two words that carry a lot of weight with the United States, and especially with first responders who saw the terrorist attacks up close.
It was hard to comprehend that it was really happening and that we were a part of it and we were actually going there.
Captain Daniel Troxel wasn't even scheduled to work that day, but came in as soon as he heard the Pentagon had been struck. And he wasn't the only DC firefighter to do so.
We basically got our gear, got the rig ready to go, called communications, asked them what they want us to do.
And the reserve rescue squad headed across the Potomac right on time to relieve others who were running out of oxygen.
I just remember there was so much fire. It was unreal. A 2.5-inch hose line flows over 250 gallons a minute, and it wasn't making a dent in this fire. It was all jet fuel that was burning down the hallways, down the rings, and we weren't making any progress.
But the men continued their job until they too ran out of oxygen. Also on the ground, Vito Maggiolo, working as the unpaid civilian photographer for the fire department.
Immediately I could see the magnitude of the destruction. The collapse had already taken place. There's a tremendous amount of fire burning. Firefighters are hard at work trying to search and fight the fire.
We were in there fighting that fire, and guys were just coming back in and taking more and doing more and just not giving up. And I was very proud of what we did that day, and I'm still very proud of how we operate as a department and the people we have.
But that sense of pride doesn't come without a flurry of emotions after experiencing the attacks firsthand.
I was highly emotional, and just coming to grips with all of it, and I knew several of the New York City firemen who were killed.
You know, I love going to fires, to watch the firefighters work, to study the techniques, to see the fire extinguished, to document what took place. For a while I said to myself, you know what, I don't think I ever want to go to another fire in my life.
Working through all of the emotions that came from the 9/11 attacks, 20 years later, each man still works with DC Fire, carrying a sense of pride in their work and respect for all first responders working alongside them.
We use the mantra, never forget. But never forget is more than two words. It's truly never forget the sacrifices.
We were lucky we didn't lose any firefighters in the activities that we were doing. But New York City lost 343 people, and I think, unfortunately, a lot of people have forgotten about the sacrifices that they made that day.
And those sacrifices continue today.
I think people take us for granted until they need us and really don't think about us after that or before that.
You know, when you see public safety personnel, firefighters, EMS, to take the time to say hi, thank them for their service.
And even though they will answer the call for help regardless of a thank you, the small gesture means the world when the toughest of days strike. Reporting in Washington, I'm Lex Juarez.